Итак, всем привет! И мы продолжаем играть в Final Fantasy 16.
Итак, всем привет!
Звуки есть. Так что все. Ифрит готов к бою. Мы полностью подчинили дух ифрита. Ну, я надеюсь, что подчинили. Это вроде так должно было работать. Мы такие подрались с собой, со своим внутренним я, отвержением тех проблем, что мы убили брата. И все, пора в бой. Блин, я правда подзабыл немножко управление, как обычно. Ну ладно. К концу стрима мы с ним справимся и вспомним. Кстати, сказали, что размыть убрали. Теперь есть настройка. Ой, способность ифрита. Я не пойму, я это должен тоже выставлять. Давайте просто, качаем ради интереса. Так, и мы хотели настройки. Привет, да нет. Так, где? Вот размытие. Мы его вообще убираем. Оно ни к чему, и мне кажется, оно один раз прям превращает в квадратики. Я надеюсь, мы сохранили, да? Кто мне подскажет? Не знаю, несколько часов, наверное. А чё ты рычишь?
Nothing good, I'll wager. Come on.
А, мы возвращаемся в деревню. Точно.
What happened here?
Зачем он тыкает в него мечом?
Imperials. You'll pay for this.
We've got a live one!
Remember our orders? No
Они что-то умерли.
Who would order such a thing?
А может, я не хочу силу использовать? Что меня принуждают?
It's over. That'll help.
thought you could escape us, did you, Branded? You were born as a slave, and you'll die one. Kill all the ducal dogs!
Ducal dogs? They were innocent people!
Ай-яй-яй. Ты в спину бил, как нечестно. Так, ну они прямо это пожестче стали. В плане... Именно в плане ХП прям пожестче стали. Ой, не допрыгнули. Ну, народ бы весь выпускали бы, мне кажется, прям. Че мне по 5 человек? Я их хорошо разношу. Ну, нормально. Типа, можно больше. Еще девочка наша помогает. Метеорит такой с ледяной скинул ему на голову.
All must burn. The bearers and those who sheltered them. By Empress Annabella's command.
Неожиданный поворот. Надо избавиться от магов. Что там нам надо нажать? Ну, что-то так себе способность, я скажу вам. Я думал, она будет дольше и как бы сильнее. Ну, норм. Всех перебили, да?
I'm sorry, lady.
Ой, Ильхану.
You
Вот
deserve
это
so
очень
much
плохо,
better.
прям, блин.
All
Жалко.
of these people did. Better than my mother.
Очень жаль.
Oh, we're too late. Gav. Clive.
Да, не вовремя мы пришли.
Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew East Pool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip.
Да.
If they'd have only told them sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers. The way father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone? They meant no harm. They just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it.
А сколько же еще деревушек тут таких?
Gav,
Ну, интересно.
we want to help.
Тут же мало прям, ну,
Thought you'd got
мест
your own
для
stuff to be getting on with.
We do,
житья.
but it can wait.
Угу.
In that case, we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it yet to join us.
All right.
And we'd best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What about the villagers?
Иди.
Aye. Can I leave yous lot to take care of things here?
Of course. We'll make sure they get a proper burial.
Thank you. All of you.
Да-да, спасибо. Хоть уважение к трупам. Я думал просто...
Ready then.
По-любому, если даже кто-то выжил, они их заберут как вот к себе. Ну, трындец. Но это все равно даже тупо человеческая сила. Там, на войне, на всем это.
Lead me to your nest. Lord Kuka's message for your leader. If only he knew where to send.
Что-то ты дорого-богато выглядишь. Тут в деревне, наверное, столько не было золота, сколько у тебя. На тебе. Вопрос еще к какому лорду он служит. Так, пещерку я с радостью отправлюсь, потому что надо посмотреть оборудование. Ну, во всякое оружие. Может, еще какая-то новая лавочка или что-то еще такое.
To Sid Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Ну, мы быстро заглянем, чтобы не висела эта штука у нас перед глазами. Так, ну тут пока обновлений нет. Ну, к летописцу, наверное, тоже пока рано. Мало чего.
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick...
I can set a broken arm, soothe a cough, settle a stomach. But there is no remedy for what happened in Eastpool. My talents are worthless in the face of such cruelty.
Блин, как глубоко это. Блин, перебивать как бы своих жителей. Ну это ж тупо.
We can keep running, or we can walk through this door.
Давай сбежим. Вместе.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead.
Сид все помирать собирается.
Did you find the answers you were looking for?
Блин, мне нравится его голос и вообще как бы это, моделька.
Gift.
Прям классный персонаж Сид.
Or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant. Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance.
Да.
It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
Ой,
That was the answer we found.
The only one we
она его за ручку взяла.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
Не разочаруйте.
Will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
Согласен. Я прям только за. Пошлите к моей матушке. Подождите, или к чьей матушке?
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, you'll be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starved?
Well, I really do think...
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men.
Of course. Your Radiance.
Бухтелки, блядь.
Wreck is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded.
Я говорю, все просто со всеми.
This is the will of great Griga.
Все со всеми воюют.
Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmeks.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do.
Валите, организовывать войну. Ну или просто валите отсюда.
Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Ortha. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
А, Бахамут у них. Ёшкин-кошкин.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes, the green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all gone? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals, we look to for their so-called blessing.
Слушай. Блять, это логично.
Alright, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the mother crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
Для всех. Можно было бы делать больше государств, можно было больше... Просто люди бы меньше богатели.
So now you want to do something about the crystals. And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one.
Ну, конечно, всегда это единственная возможность такая. Типа, если ты хочешь что-то сделать, перестрой это полностью. Но только перестраивать надо в лучшую сторону.
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
Как же мне нравится его костюм, прям.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
Не, без размытия прям шикарно. Хорошо прям. Очень хорошо. Я не понимаю, я искал с самого начала. Потом в одном из патчей они выпустили то, что можно убрать. Оно немножко кривило игру.
You lost a letter. Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
Лошары.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for? Nothing, that's what. I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost? It was for Sid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No. I'll just have to own up to Otto and Sid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was
Да,
passing
почему?
through.
Мы
There's
же
a
с
chance my pack
гигантской
might be
силы
caught
пойдем
or
и письма
something.
поищем. У
If you
нас
can find
дел-то
everything
нет
I dropped,
важных.
you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Sid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Sid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
I'm sure he doesn't. The letter won't last very long out in the elements. I should make for Sandbrook as soon as I can.
I heard Otto barking at his love earlier.
Сейчас сначала это, с ней поговорим, с Харон.
Of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The Holy Capital. And what business would you lot having? On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Ну, вообще, это неплохо, скажем так, но...
I reckon I can find a buyer. And be thankful you got that much.
А я стану богатым. Если я острые клыки продам. Я стану богатым. Ну ладно, мы оставим вот так вот.
You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, something foul's brewing, and it ain't Tyre's borbile tea. Just go and see Otto, will you?
All right.
Well? So, what'll it be?
Язык пламени.
No scratches, right? And?
Clive! You're alright! I thought you might be... Oh.
Clive, was it?
Take a seat, Clive. I'll fetch you a bowl.
Так, у этого там какое-то обновление. Надо тут подойти уже.
Good day. Or...
I have quite the find for you today.
Угу.
What subject shall we consider today?
Ладно.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do.
Да он бы один и не смог.
We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
This.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send a Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the class. I'm sure you'll get on like
Надеюсь, мы поладим.
That's good of you, but who is this dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house.
Mm.
The Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
Так.
I suppose that's everything.
Новая какая-то штука, окей.
Now to find Gav.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well, at the hideaway service anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the curse breakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all. Here you go.
Что за люди? Так, продолжим. Так, осада Винграда или Винограда? Так, отправим точно сюда. Отправиться. Мы в разных территориях можем побочки делать, типа. Это где бар.
It's done for. I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone. When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but... Oh, please help them.
All right. I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
У нас теперь меню есть отдельное или только на
I was
это?
out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, right?
Да это ерунда какая-то. Взять, пойти убить, типа там каких-то, наверное, мечников. Щи. Грозные. Мне вообще наплевать. Они лохи. Ой, два разбойника.
All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it?
Пока он это придумает, я уже снял меч.
Get him, lads. I want that blade.
Let's get this over with.
Вот это долгий бой! А как же когти? Острые.
There he is, the hero of the Golden Stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby.
У кого там золотое стоило? Жалкие трусы.
I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around.
Острый клык, надеюсь. А то я свои продал. Мне теперь нехватка острых клыков.
Right, we've got work to do for to make this place presentable. You best be going before I arm you with a mop.
Типа отсылочка на кот из дома мыши в пляс. Ну да. Ну, мне это не нравится. У меня вроде неплохие способности стоят. Ну, по крайней мере, мне они не нравятся. Не очень хочу с ними расставаться. Ой, и тут миссия, и тут миссия.
Where are you, Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned.
Прости
You
меня,
know what it's
fucking
like
man.
out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait. You were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then I ask a favour of you. I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon. Will you go and find him for me?
Okay.
I'll do what I can.
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lost Wing. He's been working for Quinton, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again.
Так, ну давайте хотя бы здесь еще возьмем сразу основу. С Гавгавом поговорим.
Someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Как еще Сип не стебанул мой прикид новенький?
Just the three of us, then?
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily,
Сид знает, как
comes naturally to a dominance.
угомонить меня, если
You
что.
are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately.
Ничего.
I'll meet
Был
you in North
лучшим
in a few
щитом.
days.
13 лет просто убивал людей по заказу.
You two behave now.
Пойдем и выполним эту побочку. А там у нас раз две побочки, главный квест.
So, we're meeting in Northridge. Will I find Sid and Jill before this day?
Ой, я тут письма растерял, которые...
The courier said his pack might have split while he was passing through the bales. I better keep my eyes open.
Дебилушка. Нет, я не могу не погладить собачку. Все? Я думаю, мы опять баг надо шумить.
Looks like I'm in the right area.
Тургл.
Get it, boy.
Приз получен, он не кусается. Ну, раз 5-6 мы его уже гладили, так что... Так можно открыть ачивочку.
More of the lost supplies. Doubt he could have fit much more in his pack. Still no sign of Sid's letter, though. We've come this far.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you? Are you here for Master Quentin?
I'm looking for a letter someone dropped nearby. And I suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do...
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper. No idea if it was your letter, but you never know.
Which way did it go?
Towards Lostwing? Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
To the village, then. Thank you.
Тут еще миссии. Или это тоже информацию узнать?
Ah, you're Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quentin a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. I can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
So you're the new arrivals. You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
Я вернусь, а их уже убили за то, что типа не сидят.
That'll be enough for today. Don't need you risking the curse.
But how did the grocer know his dog?
Ну-ка,
I'm looking
дай-ка
for a
мне.
bearer called Randall. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago.
Randall, you say? The porter. Though, thinking about it...
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here. I do hope nothing's happened to him.
Can I have another cup?
I'll have 2 plates of whatever you're serving.
Sorry. We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quentin commands, as do we all. And Master Quentin commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
Вино и хлеб. Пусть наедятся.
Bread and wine. Hopefully this will be enough.
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper.
Brother, did you see? That bear is...
Yeah.
Да как ты это
Wine
сделал?
from the tavern.
Серьезно, мне нужно подтверждать.
Maybe. Truly. Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know. I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Мы знали уже один городочек, в котором помогали носителям.
Did Master Quinton sell it? The shad's all salted and smoked.
Псина, псина, псина.
It seems we have our culprit. Sorry, boy. Someone's waiting for this. He's waited long enough already. Hopefully this will keep our courier out of trouble.
Блин, как туда попасть? А, вон.
Master Quinton. I want no trouble. Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Griga. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master
Знак
Quinton's,
повешенного.
then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
And you need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen them so far from the forest, nor so mean, for that matter. I suppose the smell's got them worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts for garters. You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please.
Как ты вот знал мое мастерство? Может быть, я его только что купил?
I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's bales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
Ну, все бесплатно. Я, конечно, все понимаю, что мы таки на добровольных основах должны помогать жителям, все такое. Но денег дайте. Нет денег, нормальные хотя бы это штуки. А не жуков
That
там.
must be the vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
Так. А в чем мы типа от Оса избавились, да? Нет, еще. Ой, знаете, что можно сделать? Просто вот так. Все. Учились мы с ним.
Looks like that was the last of them.
Можно было, конечно, закончить этот квест, но вот почему-то все равно после тебя сообщи. Он как будто не придет и не посмотрит, да? Что там нет Оса. Я все равно толком ничего не получу за это.
Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Master Quinton would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward. Our Gotan Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
Спасибо, лучше пару бутылочек мне прислал бы. Типа, нежели просто там пить за мое здоровье. Жаден? Блин. Так, а это уже наверх надо подниматься. Ну, типа, это такой дуг. Почему я не бегаю? Так, 2 минуты, и мы продолжим. Итак, продолжаем. Так вон он, этот чувак, которого все ищут. Он просто сидит такой возле города, рядышком, просто такой посредине дороги на коленях, почти. А его все ищут. Это ж этот? Ну да, Квентин.
You all right?
The hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but
Зверолюди.
the son insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin.
Чувак, тут что-то все погибают, так что я не уверен, что жив какой-то чувак.
Goblins. Why am I not surprised?
Суперсила! Где ты, ёпта? Ой, очень быстро она прям проходит. Надо качать дольше, чтобы времени было. Она чуть-чуть прижала. Далековато. Перехват инициативы. Ну, я говорю, я бы не рассчитывал бы на то, что он выживет. Слишком многие здесь погибают. А Квентин в город уже ушел. Такой, ну там друга это убивают. Ты иди спаси, а я пойду в город, короче. Отлично. Лонстринг. А он сразу еще и в таверну пошел лечиться. Понимаю.
Much, but you're free to look. I hope it's to your liking. I can lighten your load if you let me. Just say the word. You never have too
Так,
many.
две хилки продадим.
Sun's setting fast.
Мы не к этому, не... Это Квентин.
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone.
Вернулся.
Damn it.
Ну, сорян, чувак, уже сожрали.
He's not far from the south gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave, though I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
Had you known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work, and he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Sid what happened here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either. For your trouble.
Вы серьезно? Вы просто даете мне награду за, типа, одного я спас, другого загрызли. 30 острых клыков? Вы чё, блядь, издеваетесь? Ну, серьезно, я понимаю, метеорит. Далее. Да выкиньте их нахрен, они мне не нужны. Что это за награда такая? Мало того, что просто с любых монстров, с каменной просто кругляша выпадает, блядь, острый клык. С огненного ифрита, маленького типа шарика огня, выпадает острый клык. Где он у него лежал? В жопе, что ли? Прекратите везде совать это. Как карту общую сделать можно? Я только что продал 400 клыков. А, видимо, я зря продавал. Типа, у тебя недостача клыков, на еще. Ах, вот оно тут как разделено. Так, а в какой мне нужна часть? В Ясный путь? Или в Гнездо дракона? Что-то звучит так себе, что это. Ну ладно, пойдем в Гнездо дракона. Ну, какая красота. Блюр света. А почему они не сделали так, чтобы уровни животных как бы тоже под мой подстраивались? Типа это ж не прикольно с 15 уровнями драться. Когда ты 23-й. Что я получил? Окровавленную шкуру. Спасибо, что не острый клык. Хотя у дракона было бы более вероятно острый клык. Сдохните, даже это. Драться не буду, просто ультану. А здесь мы ходили только когда был ураган. Вот сейчас такой полуночи, очень красиво. Ну и все зелено, то, что прям в непогоду выглядело хуже. Вот, на этой территории уже антилопа 21, потому что тебя посылают примерно после 20 уровня сюда, я понимаю. А чего вы тогда, на этой же территории просто всех монстров не увеличили? Мне кажется, подгон под уровень должен быть существовать. Хотя это только, по-моему, 12-й финалки был. И то после первого прохождения. Там сразу расчет на то, что все монстры будут именно под твой уровень 99-го. Может, я и правда неправильно использую способности? Может, их прям надо затыкивать? Да нет, показалось. Слушайте, ХП они, конечно, прибавили. Очень сильно. Вроде как бы урон там мне они не наносят, но вот бить я их стал очень долго. Хотя у меня самый последний меч, который сейчас возможно.
It all smells so delightful.
Oh, and a chine of roast ant. How about a plum for the apple of your eye?
Так, я уже вижу магазин и не понимаю, как к нему попасть. Так, телепорт открыли.
Do you see anything you like? I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
Зато музыка в убежище 150 тысяч.
I'll be here if you need me.
Так, ладно, нам тут ничего не нужно из этого.
Begone! The gate's for citizens, not serfs.
Чё? А как мне в город попасть?
Any objects forbidden by the throne.
Ща, подождут. Так. Мадам. Так мне нужен бордель, а как я попаду туда, если здесь вроде нет борделя? Вряд ли бордель на улице прям находится. Такие. Это и есть бордель? Вся эта улица. Мадама. Где эта мадама? Блин, ну здесь реально нет ни одного прям места, где чтобы...
Welcome, good.
С кем еще можно поговорить?
You want something, you come back with your master. I won't sell to some stray brand.
А, я просто глупый, да? Ну ладно.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
Еще одна туда же.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... Why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever
Он всем помог вообще просто в этом королевстве.
which brings us
На
here.
всем острове, по-моему, он всем помог.
To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
Ты будешь моей хозяйкой?
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Конечно. Им нужно помочь, чтобы мне помогли. Хотя работать в бордель, что он там потребует, интересно?
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But... it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
А чё, как подыграть?
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who
А их не смущает, что они меня видели только что, и я
When
пытался
I knew
пройти, и
Isabel,
такие...
The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Увидимся на закате, стражники тоже похаживают. Ну, а что делать?
Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the Dane. Get out of my sight, filth.
Вот тут не такой перевод, как должен быть.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad.
Ни слова забыли
They might have
перевести.
recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Сейчас тут огромный город, где нужно будет отнести какую-нибудь коробку или письмецо кому-то.
Well then, I suppose you're right.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Какой рейтинг у этой игры?
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I began to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this. Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon.
Мне надо на куртку прилеплять всякие эти значки, чтобы мне сразу узнавали везде такие говорили. А, тебе можно здесь проходить, окей. В смысле, а почему бордель-то закрыт? Торгал, дай хоть тебя поглажу.
If the dame has given you her trust, then you have ours as well. Know you are always welcome here at the Vale.
Так, появились побочки, 3 штуки сразу. Как мне где-то лезть?
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then, is it?
What do you think? Nothing.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem,
Хочешь, я расскажу тебе
there are
тайну?
those within the upper
Только
echelons
держи ее в
of
тайне.
Sambra
Какую?
society
Ну, я тут убил
who
15
find the
человек.
Empire's treatment of bearers to be
Ты
barbaric.
будешь держать мою тайну? Такой, нет.
But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could so
Очень интересно. О, 1000. За 1000 готов все
What
сделать.
do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now.
Пойдем-ка еду передавать.
What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today that happens to be the
Одной, вот сейчас, это
three bearers,
больше
overworked and
логично.
underfed, not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the Dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I'm expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Ну, как бы да, логично. То, что мы в баре работали, это вот, ну, вообще не логично. Типа такой, иди разнеси обеды по столам. Такой, чё? Причем за бесплатно, за просто так. А здесь за 1000 нужно нуждающимся, меченым отнести как бы еду. К ним никто не может подойти, кроме как меченые. Это логично.
Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real?
А тебе можно отпиздить? Я уже очень хочу. За одно предложение
But the
просто.
Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
Don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dane laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about
О,
it, Brand?
давайте выясним, кто из
Care to
нас
show
лучше.
us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Отличное побочное задание.
Only chivalrous souls that we are. Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
Я ставлю на то, что они умрут очень быстро.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back.
Можешь
I
ультануть.
suggest you don't either. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight.
Время на подготовку.
Let's get the measure of you, shall we?
Зачем оно мне?
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you.
А что, 1 на 1 будем? Я думал, они двое хотя бы меня будут бить.
Tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want.
Баба, мульт.
one end of a blade from the other.
Ну ладно. Мы в него 4 ульты разрядили, но он умер. Он даже не попытался ни разу ударить. Не успел.
Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? Ah, so it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? How'd a bearer win the Dane's favour anyway?
By knowing when to hold my tongue for a start.
Ребята, у вас сила-то вообще есть, нет? Один полежал, второй полежал. 8 опыта, как за жука. Ладно, я понял.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
Долбоёбы. Ну ладно. Метеоритик еще, помимо 1000, ну 2000 можно сказать, мы заработали.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time. I have something for you.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
Можно было бы, вот, типа, она раздувает огонь для него, а я его так голову туда так укладываю на этот костерчик.
It's not been half a moon since Bellen's tour.
Ёб твою мать, они белье сушат, маги, вы чё?
You look like you need a rest.
Хотя магии воздуха мне бы сейчас тоже не помешало, я так чуть-чуть это проветрился. Душненько как-то.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
Кстати, как развиваются эти вещи, это прикольно. А как мне ему еду отдать?
Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you.
Here. It looks like you need it.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger.
Ну, это прям, да. Жалко их. Такое ущемление белых людей.
Anyway, we'd better head to the Vale.
Tatienne is very special to me.
All right. Are you here for
Партизан.
business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
Как он вообще сливается от всяких женских этих комплиментов такой. Да, короче, мне пора идти. Я даже не знаю, как он эту-то подружку-то не вдарил, когда она его за руку схватила. Ну там берет такой меч, отрубает ей руку, типа, ты что делаешь? Не трогай меня. Я девственник.
So you are an associate of the dames? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
За 1000, конечно, помогаю.
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
Немного мутный тип, конечно. Такой, ну не, ну вы можете заглянуть в посылку, которую вы поднесете, но я бы вам не советовал. Крайне не советовал бы заглядывать в нее. Такой,
No one's allowed through the gate.
You say these are all from Dalmekia?
А почему? Я нажимаю, но не работает.
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now. Shoot.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
Тяжелый мешок, 3 штуки.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard. But this here'll make them less so. For a while, at least. Sorry about the welcome. Meant nothing by it. You wait right here.
Зачем мне ждать?
Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
What is it that each one is handcrafted from the finest? I have no business with Branded.
Well, I have business with you.
Пол будем дать бы каждому такие. Не буду общаться с Митриным.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone. This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false...
I can always take it back.
You will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Cigars?
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
Так.
What did you say was in these pies again?
Сигары, духи. Что еще будет третьим? Вот я даже прям не знаю. Я сначала подумал, такой духи, ну ладно, может быть он типа своей там женщине подарит духи, там будет кольцо, может быть типа еще одно. Но теперь после сигары я вообще не знаю, что он там будет. Ладно, какой будет третий?
I don't sell to your kind. Whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business
Они
must
меня
be
бесят.
booming. All right. Quickly now, before the guards notice. That isn't a burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best. Specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right. If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course. Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Да-да.
If I learn you let the guards find that bottle, you'll have me to answer to.
All from the spices from the faraway deserts of...
With the right to confiscate any objects. That's the day done then.
Word is that the legions are readying to march again.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Коробка сигар, розовое масло на духи и бренди.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done.
Ну, то, что ты поставил меня могли бы убить тут сразу. Это, конечно, проблемка.
As will our mutual friend when she hears of how you evaded me.
Новый уровень. Дайте я быстро еще одну побочку выполню. Там же телепорт прямо возле города потом.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Maybe I should just own up to Otto and Sid. There you are. I just got back to the hideaway and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet. I don't suppose you,
Found the things you dropped. I did.
I was so sure they'd be gone. And the letter?
Only a little worse for wear.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me, then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies was one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter. She's off studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keeps Sid sane while she's away.
He never mentioned a daughter.
У Сида дочка
He's a
есть.
busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless couriers with levin bolts. So I'd say you did us both a service. Here, for your troubles. If there's anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
Пойдемте-ка посмотрим отчеты союзников.
Take a seat, Clive. I'll fetch you a bowl of brown.
New dung had so many uses.
Fancy giving us a hand?
Сейчас посмотрим.
Anything catch your eye? Seen enough?
Ну, там же надо сам телепорт. Блин, забываю. Я пытаюсь на метку тыкать.
You say these are all from down there?
Не хочу заходить туда. Хочу еще побольчик. Ну, интересно.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears.
Maybe.
She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
Buckets are overflowing.
It's not been half a moon since Bellen's took.
Heard the bones fell favourably.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in war. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the
Окей, деревня Мур.
Isn't that what you want?
Пойдем туда.
It is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bears, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Я вот, конечно, не понял, там говорили, что карты меньше, чем в 15-й Final Fantasy, но что-то я как-то этого не замечаю. Мне кажется, они еще больше.
The Dame may have given you leave to walk freely about Northridge, but one step outside these walls, and you're just another Branded with a target on his back.
Блин, я хочу тут в тот замок.
Oriflamme. How many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Ой, какая плохая анимация дальняя была, чучок. Острый клык. Бля, анимация, конечно, вдали прям.
Don't let them get away. My wounds, boy.
watchtower. Should be well stocked.
Wait. You're not one of us.
Убьем, суть ты. О, тут еще стражники. Или еще. А приказ это просто будет пояс укротителя демонов. Ладно. Правда, не знаю, что это, но пофиг. Припас всем припасам припас. Так, ну, грубо говоря, я понял, этот небольшой городок, он там деревушка, и там уже он замок. А, нет, это тоже какой-то город, замок вон там. Это прям главное святилище, где этот король. Острый клык, тем штук. Зубочок поубивал их. Захват бы сделать как-нибудь подлиннее. И рывок подлиннее бы. И очень бы все это пригодилось прям. Ай-яй-яй. Негодяй. Почему Торган мне не помогает без моих команд? Блин, ему же точно, ему же команды надо отдавать. Я забываю. мальчику и 2 побочки сейчас по пути.
You, Randy, here now. You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy. Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him.
Ой-ой-ой, какие все высокомерные. И опять за бесплатно. В смысле, спаси моего мальчика за бесплатно. Не хочу я спасать твоего мальчика за бесплатно. Я надеюсь, что он не такой же, как ты, Тарас.
He's over that way, towards the coast. Go and see that you kill the beast.
For someone whose son's in mortal
Где там волки?
He didn't seem all that worried. Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
Да чего, хоть будь осторожным с волками.
The wolf! It's going to eat me!
Not if I can help it. Stay back. I'll deal with this.
Keep your distance, boy. Give the stay down.
Сейчас и мальчик такой разворачивается, он в волка превращается и начинает меня жрать.
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die. Father will have you whipped for this.
Отец устроил тебе проверку. Этот волк должен был загрызть тебя. Чего?
You're not supposed to talk.
А можно их все-таки убить?
Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
И этого маленького пиздюка, и отца.
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
А, двоих носителей они загрызли уже.
No doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame.
Ну, у носителя он проказа там был на ноге. По-моему, у женщины на руке было тоже. Окаменение это. Ну-ка, Торгул, загрызи их, пожалуйста. Просто сожри их.
Don't let them get away. Give them all you've got, boy. Don't let them get away. Give them all you've got, boy. Keep your distance, boy. Give them all you've got, boy. Don't let them get away. You, Randy, come here, this... How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet, and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment.
Я хочу их убить.
And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you. He talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me?
Тупой,
Well,
потому что.
the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go! Summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
That unlucky wretch would be me. I'm my own master. I'm beholden to no one. And I take orders from no one.
Lies! Do you think I cannot see that brand on your face?
Shut your mouth and listen. Those bearers you killed, they were people. They felt fear and pain, just as you do. And unless you wish to share in their suffering, you would do well to remember we are not your playthings.
Father, he's scaring me.
How dare you threaten us? How dare you!
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this branded's head clean off his shoulders.
I'm wasting my time. But I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least. How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
All victims of the nobles.
Да, на руке.
You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
О! О!
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, it's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs.
Клыки показать я могу показать. У меня очень много клыков острых.
When they bite back, I wonder. The realm's less two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For their help.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again.
Ну, если ты говоришь, что однажды мы еще встретимся, скорее всего, мы встретимся. Неплохой побочный квест. Интересно, есть где-то еще следы типа крови? Посмотреть на труп.
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores, but she hasn't come back yet.
Что за Хлоя?
I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She's beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
Описание Хлои, ну, вообще ничего мне не дали. Что это за Хлоя? Она на светлая и милая. Спасибо.
You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet. Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
Мне становится все больше интересно, что это за Хлоя такая. Типа после игры надо еще и привязывать таких тварей. Что это? Ульта! Как быстро я закончил бой. 5 секунд.
Chloe?
Это просто собака.
More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl?
А, это не Хлоя.
Is that someone napping on the job? I hope they don't mind the interruption.
Она окаменела уже.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favourite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything?
Что тут, твою мать, творится? Я тут всех детей хочу поубивать к чертям.
The crystal's curse, that's just how she died. And now she's gone forever.
Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
sorry.
Рабство меня прям это злит очень сильно уже. Я отлично понимаю теперь Сида, что он такой, я хочу, чтобы люди стали свободными.
It's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
What do you want? Go on, take it.
40 тысяч опять. Спасибо. Продавать я ничего не буду.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Oh, if even a grain is missing.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for a constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
Да, расскажем, что ты помог нам.
You are fortunate to have fallen into the dame's good graces.
It smells of death here, Torgal. Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Ульта! О, они живы. А ладно.
temples have been busy, but the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tatien.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to sea every night. You said her name was Tatien.
You... Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off the moor for some deep and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatien is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
There won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in the wall just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatien by. Not much chance I'd make it through the penitent's gate without someone recognizing me as a deserter. Sid had better have a plan.
Weren't expecting any new brandy until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Да-да.
If it was a message that...
Я, конечно, понимаю, что мы сейчас помогаем, такие бегаем, как там в какой-нибудь инквизиции. Набираем доброту людей, там все такое. Кто-то пойдет сражаться? Тут одни калеки. Везде.
You needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
Единственное, что у нас 3 из 6 ифритов. Ну, этих. Доминанта.
I see. My dear Tatien. It is by no means uncommon for a client.
2 точно против будут. А еще одного мы даже не видели, по идее.
Especially a client who's young and far from
нет,
home.
Титан, Бахамут.
But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatien.
А кто еще, правда? Тогда еще один должен быть.
Thank you for returning.
Воздушные.
I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
У нас даже 4 тогда получается доминанты. Из 6.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Not to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
Ну, это хорошая информация. Ну, хотя мы уже видели это заставки. Торгл можно погнать.
That's better.
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door. Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
Такой уверенный просто в себе такой.
And how exactly did you
Просто
come to
пойдем.
know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools, and the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the outlaw. Aye, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
План капкан, блин. Так, впереди важный сюжетный поворот. Вы не сможете ничего изменить. Продолжить, да. А что изменить? Все побочки вроде сделаны. Максимальное снаряжение куплено. Блин, ну хилок, если только надо было взять.
There are not nearly enough men here.
Then it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
That'll be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan after all.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans. You want a plan that'll keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Clive, my boy, even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change. You must embrace these moments. Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Right. We make for the Mother Crystal's heart as planned. Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
And if the passage to the inner sanctum is guarded?
Then we embrace the moment and use it to grow and change. this way.
Мне, конечно, интересно, к чему приведет, если мы разрушим один из 5 кристаллов.
Obviously.
А что если Сид не прав? Что это не кристаллы забирают всю магию из земли, типа? Джилл, что ты на меня так смотришь? Там чужие бабки, они просто лежали в сундуке. Наверное, хозяин забыл про них. Надо отнести хозяину. Вот мы их взяли.
I swear this passage used to be secret.
Of course it did.
Perfect plans, Clive. Perfect plans.
Give me fire!
Ладно.
He never stood a chance.
You're welcome.
The main tunnel.
That would be my guess. There are sentries everywhere.
And all good things must come to an end. We might have a bit more company from now on.
Ёшки-кошки, а сколько их тут? Много прям.
This may be the moment I was talking about earlier.
What have we here? More insects come to be squashed? You will find my mortar and I only too happy to oblige.
Неплохой такой канонерчик. У-у-у.
Then let's shut him up.
Оу. Блин, мы ему только половину блока сняли.
It's Ether.
We better make this quick.
Too slow.
pity. You'll get none in return. There's nothing left of him but hatred and rage.
Let's end his torment.
Успел.
My wounds, boy. There's a good boy. A little help.
Он умер. Ну, так. Тяжко к нему подойти, потому что он бегает, летает на своей этой мортире.
I'll never get used to that. The Kashiko know he was still a man. A man who drowned in ether.
It's no way for anyone to go.
Come on.
Guard duties of death sentence in this place. Only Sylvester cares. Breathe deep of the blessing, my friends. Who said being a dominant doesn't have its benefits?
Sid, this is an ether flood.
There shouldn't be one here, should there? The workers couldn't survive this.
Well, it wasn't here last time, I can tell you that. Which means we need to be quick. The ether won't hurt us, but I'd rather not find out what it's done to everyone else.
А как на эту забраться? На этом проходце. Так, я вот думаю, может быть, нам это все так оставить? Наверное, да. На этом мы на сегодня остановимся. Всем спасибо, кто смотрел, кто будет смотреть. Кому понравилось, ставьте лайки. Всем пока-пока.